Good evening. I hope you're having a great Saturday night, and welcome back to My View. Tonight, Operation Epic Fury is far from letting up.
We've knocked out 42 Navy ships, some of them very large, in 3 days. That was the end of the Navy. We knocked out their Air Force. We knocked out their communications, and all telecommunications is gone. I don't know how they communicate, but I guess they will figure something out. It's not working out too well. And they're bad people. They're just bad people.
President Trump promised the Iranian people that help was on the way, and he has delivered. We've watched precision strikes on thousands of key targets executed with the full might of the U.S. military. The mission is clear: the unconditional surrender of this regime. And as we honor the 6 heroes who've fallen in this conflict, the president's determination is absolute. And I think our chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff said it best.
To those who would test our resolve or threaten the United States, our allies, or our interests, understand clearly we can reach you, we can sustain the fight, and we can scale the fight, and we will prevail.
Lucas Tomlinson joins us from Dubai with the latest developments in the Middle East. Lucas.
Well, good evening, Laura. President Trump spoke to reporters aboard Air Force One returning to Miami from Dover from that dignified transfer to honor the first 6 casualties of the Iran war. And the president said while he's looking for new leadership in Iran, one group he says will not be taking the reins are the Kurds, who only make up 10% of the population.
We don't want to make the war any more complex than it already is. No,
you've ruled that out.
We don't want. Yeah, I have ruled it out. I don't want the Kurds going in. I don't want to see the Kurds get hurt, get killed. We've had a good relationship. They're willing to go in, but I've told them I don't want them to go in.
Now, tonight, Israeli forces dropped bombs on Iran's oil refineries outside the capital. Laura, the U.S. and Israel are averaging as many strike missions per day as the entire coalition during the first Gulf War. Part of the reason Israel is able to send so many jets 1,000 miles from their bases in Israel to hit Tehran, the same distance between New York and Minneapolis, is because the U.S. Air Force has provided 100 refueling planes in theater. That's twice the number used during Midnight Hammer. And no country has been hit harder by Iran than this one, where I'm standing, Laura. Over 40% of Iran's missiles and drones have been launched here at the UAE. That's twice the number that have been launched at Israel. Recall, UAE is a party to the Abraham Accords, establishing diplomatic relations with Israel during President Trump's first term. And tonight, a skyscraper here in Dubai was hit by falling debris after a drone was blasted out of the sky. Authorities say the debris also fell into a car, setting it on fire and killing the driver inside. This happened after Iran's president said his country would not be attacking his neighbors anymore.
The decision was communicated to the armed forces that from now on they should not attack neighboring countries or fire missiles unless those countries attack us.
Now, this morning, a drone also managed to slip through Emirati air defenses and hit the Dubai airport, shutting down operations for a short period of time. And in the Arabian Sea, the USS Abraham Lincoln continues launching her jets to strike deep inside Iran. The Ford aircraft carrier strike group has now been moved into the Red Sea from the eastern Mediterranean via the Suez Canal. And now a third aircraft carrier strike group is getting ready to set sail from Norfolk. That would be the USS George H.W. Bush, which your father-in-law visited off the coast of Cape Hatteras just a few months ago, Laura.
That's right. All right, Lucas Tomlinson, stay safe over there, and thank you so much for bringing us the latest.
Remember that one.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.